करता मुझको मोहब्बत लो जान से, करता मुझको मोहब्बत लो जान से,
साथ रखता मुझे शौक तू शान से, साथ रखता मुझे शौक तू शान से।
हम तो उसकी वजह से, हम तो उसकी वजह से हुए बेफिक्र, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर।
खुशियाँ सदा उनसे पाते हैं हम, सारी खुशियाँ सदा उनसे पाते हैं हम।
सपने उनके ही अब तो सजाते हैं हम, सपने उनके ही अब तो सजाते हैं हम। दिल की सुनता मेरे, दिल की सुनता मेरे, बन के हम सफर, खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। अब न अखियों से मोती गिराते कभी, अब न अखियों से मोती गिराते कभी।
मुश्किलें उसने मेरी मिटा दी सभी, मुश्किलें उसने मेरी मिटा दी सभी।
दिखते सुख ही सुख, दिखते सुख ही सुख,
देखो मैं
खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर। ढूंढती है जिसे आज सबकी नजर,
खूबियों का वो दरिया मेरा ईश्वर।
Om Shanti. So it's a great fortune to have Urmil Didi from Delhi Palam Vihar Center and I would like to introduce her to all of you. So Didi has profound interest in spirituality since her childhood, and she has been volunteering for Brahma Kumaris since 1973. Her 50 years of experience in social enlightenment helped thousands of people on the path of personal growth and fulfillment. She is currently coordinating the activities of Raj Yoga Center in Palam Vihar, New Delhi. She has traveled extensively to various countries as a renowned speaker, addressing topics such as compassion at work, emotional well-being, self-managing leadership, transforming stress into success and inner healing. So thank you very much, Didi, for taking our time. And yeah, we will all now hear from Urmil Didi. So Didi, it's being webcast also. So people on the webcast are also listening. Yeah. Om Shanti to Didi from all of them. Thank you.
Om Shanti. You know, we are studying in university, isn't it? Baba has opened a university for us where we learn 4 subjects. And so Baba has opened university for us where we study 4 subjects. So initially, when Sakar Baba was there, it was Sakar Murli, and to which we call course, isn't it? So that was the course given by Baba to us, and we have come to know the various aspects related to life, that why we come in this world, where we have to go, and what is the purpose of life, who is God, everything got very clear. But later on, when Brahma Baba, he attained perfection and he left for subtle region, so at that time also Baba said that you have to revise the Murlis, which Baba has spoken, Shiv Baba has spoken through Brahma Baba. Why Baba said? Because my new children, when they will come, they will also know what Baba has taught so far. And secondly, sometimes when we study in Yagya, we do not go into much depth when we are in Gyan initially. But later on, when we study the same Murli again and again, we get the depth of it. So now that is revised course. And third course then Baba started when Avyakt Bap Dada started coming, and Baba said, I didn't go, I am still there. That course, we call that to be realization course, in which Baba giving us very intoxicated points like, Bache, you know that what you were, what you have become now, what you have to become. So many Swaman Baba gave the self-esteem points, through which we started learning that yes, we have to gain this stage. And when we started realizing, Baba started asking my children, have you studied this, have you become this, have you practiced this? So like this, Baba took us to realization. But now the call of time is that we have to do which course? Which course we have to do? Liberation course, isn't it? We have to liberate, we have to check, like the children is about to complete his year, so at the end he has to check himself or herself that where I stand in study. And they just see the pages and they say, yes, this course is over, this question is over, but now I have to say this, what is left over. So this is why we all have to now go through the liberation course. And I think for that we all need to make our own programs, ourselves only, because I know where I am weak. You may be very good in meditation, I may not be that good in that. I may be very good in Gyan, but I may not be very good in that, in understanding some of the points. So now we know that lot of information is available, isn't it? We can see in YouTube or video, so many things are there, you know. We have lot of information. But what I notice, you know, some of the brothers and sisters, what they do, they keep on listening, they keep on listening. Listening is not going to benefit to me to that extent, if I churn over things, that really helps me a lot. Because then churning make that thing my own thing, you know. So this is very important. So Baba, what Baba is talking, like Baba talked day before yesterday, it was Avyakta Murli, and Baba talked very good. Baba said that you are holy swans, isn't it? Holy swans, just create the scene. Baba said you are holy swans. So I don't have to think over that I am Atma, I am soul, I am point of light. But above that Baba is taking us just to elevate the soul. So the moment I start thinking and start taking the self-esteem point, Baba has said me today, this is a homework for me, that I am an elevated swan, swan, holy swan. And then Baba explained about that who is swan? Holy swan means that who has the clean and clear intellect, isn't it? So this is something which is very important. So sometimes it happens we say that yes, Baba has said very good thing. What Baba good has said to me personally, though Baba is speaking publicly, but still Baba gives me, teaching me personally. So if I practice that point which Baba gives in Murli, so then I think we can gain a lot. Really we can gain a lot. I have experimented many times that what points and the principles which are given by Baba to us through Sakar Murli or Avyakta Murli, that really helps us a lot if we experiment with this. Like one point Baba gave in this Avyakta Murli, that with love you say, Meetha Baba, please Baba, you please come. I am there, I am in trouble. You please guide me what to do in that situation. So if we just lovefully call him and remember him, then he is always there. This is how we feel his presence, isn't it? I remember once I was going somewhere with some brother, and on the way he told me, sister, I cannot drop you back, so can you manage to go yourself? I said, yes, I will. I didn't have even a thought that who will take me now. I said, yes, Baba is there. I have given my life to Baba only, not to anyone else. Then I told Baba, it is your test now. Let me see how are you going to help me and how are you going to take me. Initially I decided to walk, but it was a 2-3 kilometers walk. So that was too much for me because we are not habitual of walking so much. So then I was just conversing lovefully with Baba that Baba, you have to come and just see how you take me now. So then will you believe what happened? Just the few steps ahead, I just found one car is standing on which I have put sticker in the morning. Then a thought had come in me that this car belongs to Mahavir Bhai. Where is he? How come he is here in this area? So I couldn't relate, but I knew that his factory, he is here somewhere. So then I was thinking of this, then immediately he came out. And then I said, what are you doing here? So then said, this is my factory. So I really got surprised, and then I was thinking, yes, Baba, you are there. And then what happened? He took me inside. He showed me the factory. Then you know when the sisters go somewhere, they don't say that you go with empty hands. He gave me something for Baba's box. And then he said, I'll drop you to the center. So you see, to what extent the new car, the own brother, not the driver, not the taxi wala, but Baba has come to drop me. In Yajna, I was usually telling Baba, I want to do something different. Whatever is happening is fine, but I want to do something different. When I was studying, I was doing post-graduation, that I was doing from the physics department, Delhi University. So then I was helping a lot to Jagdish Bhai in writing work, And he knew about me that we have a lot of bondages in the family. But he was giving a lot of love and affection to me. And he had a lot of respect also, because he knew if you will tell something impossible, she'll make it possible. Even I have that much faith in me. So then once what happened, he told me, Urmil, Ben, that I want because you are in physics department, and the head of the department, he was Professor L.S. Kothari. And Kothari, they were great people in the field of education. And his father, he was D.S. Kothari. And D.S. Kothari, he was the chairman of UGC, which is a very big person. So then he said, Urmil, I told about you to my father that there is a student, she is studying under me, and she is practicing Raj Yoga and she goes to Brahma Kumaris. And she celebrates. Then he said, that you call Urmil, I want to meet her. So he met me, and after meeting me, I told these things to Jagdish Bhai. So Jagdish Bhai knew about Kothari Commission. And then he said, I want to meet him, which was a very big thing. So then when he said that I want to meet him, then once a talk was organized in the university. Then he was coming to deliver a talk. Sorry. So then when he had come, then Jagdish Bhai also came to attend his talk, and after that he met him. And then he said, now you proceed with him and you get it done in writing from him. This institution is an educational institution. Because earlier this institution, our institution, was supposed to be a religious institution. So then he said that you get it done in writing, that is an educational organization. And then after that, when I pursued the case, then he gave us in writing that's an educational institution. So sometimes Baba chooses his instruments to get something done, We don't know why Baba has chosen us, why Baba wants me to do, why Baba has sent me here. But there is something great in that. One more experience I would like to share. When I was in Madhuban and the first Universal Peace Conference was going on. So at that time, I like to use the principle because I was a science student. I like to combine theory with practical. So when both goes together, it really puts you in enthusiasm. So what happened once the conference was going on, and all the press reporters and editors, about 200 press reporters and editors were there in that conference. Then the Guljar Dadi's speech was going on. And she was saying that, yes, after she finished her speech, in the end she said that I want all of you to come again. At that time, press walas, they were reacting in a different way. Then they all started saying, why she says we should come? Because it was first UPC in Madhuban. So why if we want, we will come. If we don't want, we will not come. So why she is saying? So then I was looking after those presswalas, and then I was standing and listening. Then I reacted to it in my mind. They are talking like this. Suppose if they publish it in the newspaper, then what will happen? That one of the senior person of the Brahma Kumaris, she spoke like this. Then I just had a thought that I'll contact these people, and then I asked them that you please, what's your name, when they were getting up. So when I asked them, what is your name, then they got worried that she will report us somewhere. But I just asked, and then I went off, and then I just thought that the Indore walas, they were looking after media. Chandan is from Indore. So they were looking after media, So then I just thought that I'll report them, and that there are some reporters, they are talking like this. And it will be good if you take care or talk to them. So then it was a conference, I found it difficult to meet those people. So then I just went into Pandav Bhavan because the first UPC took place in the Om Shanti Bhavan. So then Universal Peace Conference, it was the first conference. So then what happened, I just forgot, and it was next day morning, and then when I was going towards Bhandara for breakfast, so then they came in front and they said, oh sister, good morning. I said, good morning. The kal aapne hamara naam pucha tha, you asked her name yesterday. So they were just worried and they were under fear. So I said, yes, we want to speak to you. So I said, okay, we will sit here. And then I took them to the Tower of Peace, Shanti Stampa. Madhuban Walas are sitting here. Na? So then I took them there and we sat for a very long time. We had long conversation. Then he asked many questions, and after that finally he said, he became friendly, I became friendly with them. They came to know that I am working. I just come in the institution when we are white, when I come here for the conferences and the programs. So he just felt that she is like me only. I can speak to her openly. So then he said, why the sister was saying like this? So I said, what wrong she said to you? So he just got scared, and then he said, but why? Why she should say, if we want to come, we will come. If we don't want to come, we won't come. So then I finally told that suppose if a guest come to your place, what will you do? You won't say to the guest that you come again? Yes, we will say, this is the system of India. So we are all Indians. Now, not only she has said, now even I will say, when you come to Delhi, you do meet me. So then he started laughing, and he took me to the Femina magazine. That's a very famous magazine in India. So then he took me to that Vimla Patil, and he said that she is Sister Urmil, and like this she is a Pakka devotee of Brahma Kumaris, and she is not going to marry. So then she catched hold of those words, and then she asked, you're not going to marry? I said, yes, I couldn't find a suitable match for me. And then this was published like anything in 3 magazines. Dharam Yug, Saptahik Hindustan, and this Femina. So like this, what I am trying to tell you is the principles which Baba gives, that you offer yourself for seva, but Baba is there to give offering to you. So, but only thing is that we have to catch at that time. We shouldn't never think that the challenge should not come in life. Challenges will come. Baba has said, even if Baba says, if you will not, I will send them to you. So we have to accept them as a gift, because my Father is sending it to me. So he will not send us a ball which is of stone. He will send us a ball which I can catch very easily. I just remembered one thing very beautiful about Gulzar Dadi. You know, Gulzar Dadi lived in Manesar for a very long time. And there was a stone which looks as if it's a very heavy stone. But when you go and touch it, Dadi was saying, whosoever was coming there, you just uplift it in your hand. No, we can't uplift it. But Dadi says, you try it. Then it's like this. So Baba also wants his children to grow. We will grow when we will just put a step, we'll come a step forward. Because the standing sea, cannot create a skillful sailor. If we want, then we need to face the problems, isn't it? I just remember one point of Gulzar Dadi which I would like to give. Because we were very close to Gulzar Dadi in Delhi. Once I remember when Dadi had come from Bombay in her own cottage, I just went there to meet her. And before he left her body, so before that, when first she came, then at that time I am talking about. Because after when she had gone there again to Bombay, then she did not came back, and after that her body was brought in Madhuban. So then the moment I entered Dadi's cottage, so I said, Dadi, Om Shanti, Dadi, have you recognized me? Yes, I know that you are Urmil. So then, Dadi was walking silently, very silently. And I could get the vibrations of Dadi. And Dadi stood for a moment and she told me that while doing any action, you stop yourself for a second and just check yourself what you are thinking. That was really great. That I always remember what Dadi has said me in those days, that if we just, whatever action we are doing, each action is great, but if we just check ourselves with what consciousness I am doing, whether I am working in the kitchen, whether I am giving knowledge to someone, but the consciousness matters a lot. So if my consciousness is very high, then doing anything, I'll feel great. This was the greatness of Brahma Baba, which we have seen, you know. The Baba was enjoying everything. Mama was enjoying everything. She was all-rounder in each and every activity. Though you see, Mama had come, lived for a very short period, isn't it? And within a very short span, she attained perfection. So this shows that she paid some attention somewhere, isn't it? We can also be attentive being anywhere, isn't it? Whether I am eating, whether I am walking, whether I am giving knowledge to anyone. But if I have this feeling that I am the server, I am the server, I am Baba's instrument, Baba is using me, then what is going to happen? Automatically, when the people will come, they will not see our face. Baba will be visible. Mama never looked back for anything. Always in her mind, Baba only. What Baba has said. Probably you must be knowing that instance when one party was going. And then Baba said, Mama, that you cook something, halwa, some sweet dish for the party who has left. So then Mohini Didi, you know that who lived with Prakash Dadi. So she said, Mama, what are you doing? What are you doing? The party is gone. But she didn't bother and she was quietly working. And when the thing got ready, because she knew that who is guiding me, who has given me guidance. So it is God's guidance. God wants me to be in His service. So I am His instrument. If He has chosen me, if He is sending some problem to me, it means I must accept that. I must not react to that. Why so? Why this? It is like this. Why people are not recognizing me? I am doing so much of seva. Automatically things come. So then what happened? Then Mama has done the cooking and then she gave to Baba. And Baba has sent the toli for them. And the bus was about to start. And some brothers saw that somebody had come from ashram and then he gave that toli to them. So this is how Baba was teaching. From our each and every action, Baba should be seen. This is what is the requirement of present time. And about Mama also I remember, because she always practiced that I am light, I am light, I am in the garb of light. Always the avyakta stage Mama experienced. So this is what made her so avyakt. I remember one instance, that in Delhi, Rajouri Garden Center, some of you must be knowing, when Mama was there and the one sister, she was coming in Gyan and she had a lot of bondages. So when they came to know that some senior from the Brahma Kumaris have come in Rajouri Garden, and the sister had gone there to meet Mama. So then the family, those who were against, they all came there and then they said, we want to meet your Mama. Mama was upstairs on first floor or second floor. Though somebody said, no, it's difficult to meet her. No, we want to meet her. So okay, they were allowed and they went up. So whatever they wanted, they could have done. But Mama was sitting in yoga. Because those who are very clear with Baba, they get intuitions also. So then when they went up and they just found the Mama is sitting in Baba's yad. And they just felt the Shakti Swarup from her. Though they came to fight, but they were the Bhakt of, devotee of Devi. So just to see Devi from her face, they forgot what for they had come. So if this can happen with Mama, at that time the knowledge was not very clear. It was our own journey. And now we see everything is available with us. We have examples also, we have videos also on one topic. We get so many are speaking. So with whomsoever your wavelength match, we can listen to that person. Everything is available in front of us, but what is lacking? Lacking is our own churning. Read Murli 4 times, but what did we do with that? That is more important. Sometimes we say that no, Baba's Murli, it was boring, Sakar Murli is boring, we like Avyakt Murli more. So I just always think about it. We just see the covering of the points, but we don't catch the attachment which Baba gives. Like Baba says that, yes, my children, you have to remember me. Then the second point will be in the form of attachment. That we don't catch sometimes. Baba says that no, if you will remember me, that your sins will be over. If you will remember me, you will get purified. Sometimes Baba, something else, you'll become Devta because you are world server, so you have to remember me. So the attachment if we catch, then we will find in Baba's Murli there are different points. And secondly, if we just practice silence, it's so beautiful to be here in silence. I was just thinking I won't be able to speak because you go in depth, you go within, so that makes you really that you can't think of anything, you can't think of speaking. But if we just experience it in day-to-day life, we can do wonders. And I was told that about 8 o'clock, so a little bit introduction I would like to give. I came here from Delhi, and initially we had a lot of bondages, but later on I had a firm faith that I have to bring my family in Gyan. That was a firm thought on me. I just had a thinking that if I can't change our family, then to go outside and give the knowledge is very easy. But if they see you practical and you are doing something, then I think it is something more which you are able to do. So then just we had a thought that no, we'll slowly serve the family, because many speakers from the family were going for Abu conferences, main conferences as chief guests. So I just felt we call the guests from outside. So if I serve my family, then I think it will become more easier for us to take them there. So then we worked very hard. With study, we did everything, and then after that, we just told the eldest brother, some of you must be knowing Dr. Mohit Gupta, and then the parents. This was the first family of Yagya to whom I took in Yagya. Both were working, Dr. M.D. Gupta and Dr. Manju Gupta, and they were small kids, so when we took them there, it's a long story. They came in Gyan, younger to me. Sudesh Ben, she came in Gyan. And about Mohit and Monica, Baba said that they are the advanced party. They are from advanced party. So Baba said this, and they will do a lot of wonderful services. And I've seen that since beginning they did not eat anything from outside. And they are Pakka Brahmins. Whatever may be the case, but they never slept without reading Murli, even if it is 12 o'clock at night. So that was their firm faith, and that took them forward. So now we have opened a center, because we could not open a center just because the family walas, they did not allow us. So we were serving all over the world, otherwise. So very well known in Yagya. But later on, when the family permitted and they just themselves wanted, yes, you now do it, whatever you want to do. So then we opened the center, and that is in Palam Vihar. Even at that time, I just asked Baba that, Baba, we should get a place where the intellectual should be there. It should be a beautiful place. The railway, for going Abu, the station should be very near, and the airport should also be near. So Baba gave everything, because then I just thought of that Baba wanted to catch hold of me. So this is how, if we are committed to Baba, Baba is always committed with us. If just a step forward we come, Baba is there to help us 1,000 times. So this is my feeling. It's nice to meet you all. Very nice place, beautiful place. We were listening a lot about this place. Earlier I had come in 1991 here, and at that time Janki Dadi Ji, she was in Baba's Bhavan, and I lived here for 56 days. That was the trip which was made by Jagdish Bhai, because I told him that I'll live at center only when I will see how the Western world is working in this field. So then I found it totally different. The Indian ways were different at that time, and the Western world was totally different. So I liked it. I liked it very much. Then my confidence level has gone up. So this is how I decided, when I go to India, I'll open a center. So then we started a center, though we started it very late. We started in 1997. But it was totally different what the Indian systems has. So this is how, when we go here and there, we learn so many things. So probably Baba wanted to make me learn more. This is why Baba has sent me here again. Thank you. Nice meeting you all. We are three of us, Amita and Dr. Mahima with me. They will also introduce for 2 minutes. And I just tell you that we'll be leaving after 9 days from this place for Sweden, then from Sweden to Spain, and then Spain to Italy, and then back to go to any place, then you come back to your home. So that is in Delhi, where all of you have to come, which is going to be Paristan. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Urmil Didi. It was worth listening to your experiences, how we have to keep Baba with us at every moment. And yeah, as Didi said, 2 sisters are accompanying Didi during her trip. So Sister Mahima and Sister Amita, would you also like to come and introduce and say hello to everybody?
Om Shanti. My name is Amita, and I'm in Kansas around 7 years now. I am breathing because of Baba. I mean, my physical body is working because of Baba. The story is that when my younger son was born 19 years back, I developed Sheehan's syndrome, and a few years after that I started taking steroid medicine. Still, the Ayurveda doctors not very hopeful, and body was started not very much, very well functioning. I used to work for 7 to 8 hours a day. I am a director of an IT company, Medley India, and not sleeping well, shouting at everyone, and actually especially my mom started telling me, "You look like a zombie." And as soon as I took Baba's Gyan, within few days, I have not even completed the 7 days course, I started sleeping well with Baba. And currently I'm able to work 14 to 16 hours a day. Apart from my work, cooking my own food, plus giving services to Baba, I am Palam Vihar Sister Sudesh has started a thought lab in North Cap University, Gurgaon, and I'm a faculty there. And whenever any body part starts complaining, some seva comes and Baba pushes me and everything gets okay. So with 4 hours sleep, with Amrit Vela, I'm able to function whole day. So that's the magic of Baba. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. What to say? I'm Dr. Mahima. I specialized in emergency medicine, and I also currently working as a general physician. Just kind of switched it to general medicine. I came in Gyan about 9 years ago, and that is also again a story. Everybody has a story, so same as with me. I actually planned to do my post-graduation from US. I cleared 2 steps, and then third step was my visa got denied. Not just once, I applied again and it was denied twice, obviously. So I was like hopeless. What to do now? What to do? I became so irritable, clueless what to do next. Then somehow somebody told me once that meditation helps. So I said, okay, fine, meditation helps, and Gita is the one which has all the answers. I was always a religious person. So I spoke to God that time and said, I need answers, why this happened. I need answers. And it has to be you who has to answer, nobody else. And I happened to watch Peace of Mind Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. And that time I saw it like 4-5 days. Some series was going on. I saw it 4-5 days and I was like, okay, this is making sense. She's talking some sense. I didn't know anything about Brahma Kumaris. I didn't know anything about Sister Shivani. Nothing at all. This organization was existing anyways, but I did not know anything. And then I googled on internet where the center is. I was crossing that center every day. That was my everyday route, but I never saw it. And I happened to know, okay, fine. I called up Didi. I remember I called up Didi at about 7 o'clock in the evening. I said, I'm coming and I need to buy a CD. Because I thought, okay, fine, I saw this series in the middle and I should go and watch the whole series of it. Then I'll be benefited better. Okay, fine, I went at about, I think it was about to close or something. Only Didi was sitting there. I said, I want to buy a CD. This is what I saw in the TV and I want to buy a CD. And she was like, okay, fine, I'll give you a CD. We are about to start a course. I said, no, I want to buy a CD only. She said, okay, fine. She gave me a CD. I went back home. I inserted it in my computer and it didn't run at all. I couldn't hear anything. It was not running. Tried it once, twice, thrice. It didn't run. I said, okay, fine. I went again. I said, give me another CD. I said, give me, huh? No, not same night. Next day, whenever I got time. I was working that time also. So, as in when I got time, I went again. I said, I want another CD. This is not running. This is corrupted. I want another CD. Sister said, okay, you take another CD. She gave me again. That time, all the CDs were made. She gave me another CD. Again, it did not run. I went again. I said, okay. That time she said again that we are about to start a course on meditation. Would you like to join? I said, okay, fine. I will join. Okay. So I decided, okay, fine, because I heard meditation is going to help you. And at the same moment, I was asking my father, get me a Gita. I want to read. I want to read it. Because I heard you have answers there. This is very good book. I said, fine, you get me a Gita. He got me one Gita. I read it. I read about one full chapter and I said, no, this is not what I'm searching. This is not the right Gita. I said, okay. He got me another Gita, another version. I read about 2 or 3 of them. I said, no, this is not what I'm searching. This is not. They're telling about some rishis, some story, something they are telling. This is not correlating with anything. Okay? And at the same time, this was going on. I was watching this series and then decided, okay, fine, this is making some sense. Finally, I said, okay, fine. I'll join the course. So I remember Chandan Bhai was the one who was coordinating it. He called me and said, would you like to join? I said, okay, fine, I'm working, but I have very limited time. He said, okay, fine, whenever you come. I said, okay. So sometime I used to go in the morning, sometimes I used to go in the evening, as in when I had work. So 7 days course, there were 7 people teaching me. So not just one teacher. And I could not understand a single word. I said, what are they teaching? I came for meditation. What are they talking? This is not what I was searching at all. Why should I go? Question came in my mind, why should I go if they're not teaching what I'm asking them for? So the mind said, okay, fine, that 1 hour of peace is good. the experience of peace was there, and the ambience was good. Did not know anybody there, nothing. Okay, fine. For at least 1 hour of peace, I'll go. I kept going, and then started with Murli. Everybody said, "You have a Murli is very good." I don't know what is Murli. It must be something. What is this? I was searching. And finally, one day sister said, "You come to Murli in the morning." I said, "Fine." I started going to Murli. Slowly, as when Baba talked, I could understand something. Slowly with Murli, I understood something, one after the other point, and then why this happened. Okay, finally there was one day and the Baba said, "I have arrived in India." I said, "Fine, this is it. This is it. That is why I'm in India." Okay. So since then I'm here, and there were many experiences. Then I literally asked him, I failed in my, I'm like, now there's no visa, what else you want to do? Want me to do? I have to do my PG. What do you want me to do? He said, "I've thought about something." He literally said, "I've thought about something." I said, "Fine, what is it?" Next day my friend called me and told me about this course. This was new that time. Told me about this course and I pursued. I went, I said, "Acha, what is this going on? I've never heard of it. It's new. Emergency medicine is new in India. Was new in that time. It's very, it's there in foreign, but it's not there in India." So then my friend called me and told me about this course. I went to the hospital, and that's again, I said, "Fine." I was touched with the whole saving lives, because I was fed up of what to do next. So after that I finished my PG, and then the things went on, and I'm still here. So practicing as emergency medicine, and then now started in my general medicine practice as well. Thank you.
So a big thank you to Urmal Didi, and she will be reading English Murli tomorrow, so you can tune in on that. But then she has to leave early, go back. They head to Worthing tomorrow. So, thank you, Didi.
Thank you.
We'll end with meditation.
We'll sit in meditation for 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, meditation. Sister Anneke has a song for you, Didi.
sometimes things are not going in one go, I assert, but it can be the best. Thank you. I thought you coming from Bharat.
Yes.
I think I'm going to sing a song about Madhuban. Yeah. Madhuban is the greatest pilgrim's place, where you can become holy and a yogi. Go to the Tower of Peace to become powerful, imprint divine virtues as much as you want. Go to Baba's room to become equal. All you need is a determined thought, the place for absorbing powerful thoughts is the history hall. You get rid of waste thoughts. Madhuban is the place of magic. Your pure wishes, they will all come true. Madhuban is the place to be, to meet with your Father face to face. Go to Baba's heart when you wanna talk, heart to heart with your true Father. He will take your sorrow and all your worry, and He will give you love like no one can. Madhuban is a place of magic. Your pure wishes, they will all come true. Madhuban is a place to be, to meet with your Father face to face. Madhuban is a place of magic. Your pure wishes, they will all come true. Madhuban is the place to be, to meet with your Father face to face.